Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing super well. I'm Meg. I am a mindfulness coach and healer. And for those of you who are new here, I like to share wisdom and hope through guided meditations, wisdom sessions, and reflections of my own spiritual path. And in today's video, I wanted to take you through the messages that I'm channeling for April that are coming up strongly. The first image that I saw was a person kind of getting ready for a track and field meet. This sense of like a flurry of activity, like there is going to be a lot of movement and like actual sprinting. I think this can come in a lot of forms. It makes sense. We're in that time of year. There's a lot of yang energy, but you may be wanting to move your body in new ways. I see you just treating your body like a temple, which I know we talked about last month, but also like working yourself out. And sometimes like I'm almost seeing this like science experiment or a lab experiment of like your body, and maybe you're trying new supplements, or you really want to sleep better, and so you're kind of adjusting your workouts. Like it's sort of this optimization of the energy of what's required to like yield your best results. And I don't like to use that word, but that's where the track's coming in. It's like, how do you prepare for the flurry of activity that's going to be coming? Because you want to feel light and free and liberated and also ready for what's to come. It's this feeling of like knowing deep down that something is already cooking in the oven. Like you've already put all the ingredients together and you've already done the hard work and heavy lifting, and you've mixed it all, and the science experiment portion or the recipe portioning is so clear, and you sort of perfected that. And now it's kind of in motion and out of your hands, like you already gave birth to it. And, it is kind of like that whole, I think Abraham Hicks says like, it's like you're already pregnant. Like the idea, it's already going to be born regardless. Like it's already a part of you and will be a part of this world. The flurry of activity is also like, don't be worried. It's not one that makes you feel stressed out. I feel like it's more, I'm just like seeing someone in a lab coat, like literally with beakers. And it reminds me of biology class where you're like measuring and really finding exact ways to sort of take care of your side of the equation. I don't know why that's coming into my mind's eye, but you're just fine-tuning, and it's a good feeling. It's kind of like nesting, if you will, because the second theme that's coming in is that like the activity, which I'm also sensing, is big shifts and movements. Like they're still happening, they're still coming, and the changes that are about to come into your life are not small. These are things that will change its course. You might go in another direction. You might stop and pause. You may sprint forward, literally like that track image that I saw. It's going to be different for each of you, but what I will say is, I think in the last month, there was this moment of like reflection and hibernation and pause. I remember that vividly. That was one of the messages that came through. And it's like, it makes sense now. Here we are 30 days later. that pause was really helpful. It sort of allowed you to marinate in whatever it was that was coming, but it's almost like the call is about to arrive. The door is going to be knocked on. The stork is dropping something off. And your front doorstep is never going to have looked better. It's a great thing, you guys. This is huge. This is exciting. This is big. This is life-altering movement. Like, I keep getting the word that keeps popping up is earthquake. You know, earthquakes, and I'm a California native, so I grew up with the stop, drop, and roll. Like, we're in a classroom and Earth might wake up and we have to be prepared. This is exactly that feeling. It's like there might be a tsunami, you know, we don't know where it's going to land. There is something big coming, and it's something that you, I think, have wanted for a long time. And these kinds of shifts really, as I mentioned, move us into a completely different place in our life. So if you're open to like a relocation, or maybe a partner gets a job somewhere, or you do, I can see like new city energy, new location, new environment. All these things could really resonate. A new cycle in your finances is definitely something that's big. And I think that the way in which you're bringing about your finances and the income streams also could be a part of this. There's a knowing of what your offering is to the world, and I think that there's part of you that's been too scared to put yourself out there, and now it's like seething and just coming out of your pores is what I'm feeling. And so there's a really great chance that you might have something really big coming around the mountain for you. And I'm super excited for you guys. Welcome it with open arms. Be ready. Be excited for the opportunities. You know, when I'm journaling sometimes in the morning and I have a gratitude list, like today, before I went on set for a photo shoot, I wrote an intention, and then I wrote gratitude for a bunch of things in my life that I'm grateful for. And one of them was for the opportunities that have yet to be seen. Like they're on their way. And that's that feeling that I get here. So this is amazing. And then the last theme that I'll give you, which kind of follows in suit with the others, it's a very vivacious, vibrant, active kind of energy, which is pretty fitting as we're, you know, coming upon Aries season. And that is a very, very, very fiery sign, you know. The last is around your social life. I don't think I've ever had this come to me in any of these channeled messages. But I see a sense of community around you, a sense of deepening your tribe, a sense of, again, you kind of aligning even closely more than you ever have before with people and energies, you know, even to do like weekly dinners. But I also see that like these social things can really change the fabric of your emotional landscape. Like I feel, you know, I know that there's plenty of people that have gone through these big, deep, emotional, like spiritual awakenings. Like I certainly have myself. And we all know that there is a very palpable loneliness that comes with being on a spiritual path of healing, and especially when it's around self-worth and mindset and things that every single fabric of your life touches. And so you're, heightened awareness and really focusing on simplifying and purging and cleaning, like gardening the weeds of our mind, like I always say. And this cleaning has been underway for quite some time, and now it's blooming. These seeds that you have planted, and you're going to cross paths with some other like-minded souls, and I just see that you're going to be delighted to have new family frequency members and people that understand you not only, but that root for you and really, really on like a soul level want the best for you. So there's a shared value system that you will have, and it may cross over into parent groups that you have with your kids at school and their families. And I think it's just, I'm getting this really strong wave of nostalgia, and it's almost like you're getting reacquainted with this playfulness, of yourself. It's like when you move to a new city, and I remember when I did, I moved from Northern to Southern California, and it's a little scary because you might only have like one or two people that you even know that you could make a plan with, and then you build, right? And you meet people and put yourself out there, or you go to places that you feel like you'll meet like-minded souls. I certainly found mine at the yoga studio, but there's a freedom that comes with this move because you're no longer physically tied to certain aspects of your old life or your old self. And so I think really relish in that. Relish in this cleansing and purging and kind of reclaiming who you are and what that value system is, so that you can even more closely feel connected to other human beings, which will only make your everyday that much more meaningful. So those are the messages that I have for April. Enjoy this Aries season. I have a lot of Aries in my life. My mom, my partner, my brother-in-law. There's a lot of Aries energy in my life, and I just adore the passion and the drive that they offer to all of us and to the world. Okay, guys, I hope you have an amazing week. I will see you very soon for another video. And as always, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. It really supports my channel, and I'm not going anywhere. I can't wait to continue just growing alongside of all of you. And as always, feel free to drop a note in the comments below if you feel so inclined. Okay, take care.